about our trip, and some of these are memories. So that's kind of was my theme is memories. So here we go. Memories, the Spartan living arrangements the girls had and how they soldiered through it. The food at the player cafeteria and how they dealt with it. Our team strut through the cafeteria. Scott losing weight while on vacation in his quest for the real hamburger, and in the end, liking a burger with cheese and a fried egg on top of it. Terry's noise.
Noise!
Julie immersing herself in the traditional Basque culture by donning the red and white garb, but then couldn't decide if she wanted to run with the bulls or play being a charging one. My wife Kathy being fascinated with chickens in small bottles. Noticing that women who like to shop in the U.S. don't change that habit when they travel to Spain. How proficient we got with our Spanish with terms like hola, como está el baño, gracias, muy bien, and of course the international language of wine, beer, and Kathy Thompson's favorite, mucho sangria. The burning bus, and Scott getting people off the bus, and Jim feeling like he was at work again. Who can forget the wide variety of pinchos? The great meal at Gambino's with that wonderful paella, and the chicken, or pork, or rabbit, or some kind of meat that was in it that was very good. How about the great hospitality we had along the way, especially at Gambino's Village? The teenage boys along on the trip, as well as Terry, enjoyed the numerous beaches we went to. As European women aren't quite as modest
There's a difference
attire as their U.S. counterparts. Did we get enough ice cream and gelato? Aaron's marriage proposal. 16 U.S. dollar cocktails, and I had 2 of them. The wonderful people we met along the way. Gambino, a gracious man with a disarming smile who welcomed us into his family and village. Victor and Gustavo at Cafe Venta del Core. Isabel, who took many of the women shopping. Patricia, our wonderful tournament host. The Iraqi soccer team. The English soccer team. The Brits at Augustine's. All the people at Astoria 7 who put up with our shenanigans of moving pictures, furniture, acceptance speeches, and trying to move Alfred Hitchcock. The wonderful breakfast at Astoria 7, and the not so wonderful at the tournament cafeteria. The pizza for one in France, the crepes in France, more pinchos, the local kids enamored with our girls, the small beds that the girls slept in that broke and gave proof that duct tape fixes most things. Jenna trying to buy toilet paper and using the charades method to communicate how she needed it. The cold showers at the school and being thankful for the warm ones for the adults, besides Walt, at Astoria 7. The beaches, the waves, the girls being able to ride the waves on the boogie board a long way in the shore, the fathers and me only 4 feet, and Jim only 1 foot. The mountains, the small quaint villages, the beautiful countryside of Spain, the coastlines, the vistas, the Jesus statue, the old churches, the culture of another country. Good memories. And who can forget the reason we came in the first place? Playing against a team from India in the first game, and Brittany jumping up and down, over and over as she scored the first goal in the tournament. Jenna coming up big with a diving save to her right, and an even bigger one with a save on a penalty kick. All the mini stadiums we played at, wonderful venues that they each were, and each having their unique setup or location. Real Sociedad's training facility. Being number 1 in our group by winning all 3 games. Figuring out what our style was and then putting it into action. Developing into a team. The penalty shootout win against Atletico Madrid on the 4th of July. Walt being brazen enough to put up the big American flag behind our bench, and a fan responding that he must have big cojones in doing that. Zoe Thompson's goal to put us up 1-0 in that game, and seeing the excitement on all the girls' faces. Then seeing the disappointment and anxiety of having to go to a penalty shootout. Then Orion's upper corner shot to start things out. Deanna almost saving the first one by them, but then saving the third and fifth ones while fighting through the pain in her lower back. She didn't want to let the team down. Then Brittany, as calmly as she could, strides up to the penalty spot, places the ball down, took a few steps back, and then with the poise of a professional player, placed the ball to the keeper's right. That started off a wild celebration that put us into the semifinals. The road to Real Sociedad Stadium would end there, but not after we went toe-to-toe with the eventual tournament champions from Washington State. All right, I stopped typing then. I ran out of time. These were my notes though, so I got one last, for a team that had limited practice time together and no game time until this tournament, girls achieved so much. I'm proud of your accomplishments, your parents are proud of your accomplishments, and you can walk with your heads high, knowing that no other team like you went as far as you did. So congratulations, once again.
Woo!
I want to thank everybody for entrusting me to work with this group and coach them in Spain. I had a wonderful time. When I got back and people asked how it went, the adjectives were just great, wonderful, great people we met, great people that I was with. It was just, there were just so many quality, adjectives that described this trip. So I want to thank you for allowing me to come along and be part of this. Walt, a very knowledgeable man, our fearless leader, our tour guide, our translator, our go-to guy. He's sincere, he's genuine, and I think as I said it on the bus, he's the real deal. I thought with all those emails, all that letter writing, all the phone calls, all the meetings, I wasn't sure what to expect. I just wasn't, But it was organized enough to have structure, and it was relaxed enough to put us all at ease and let us enjoy it. So you did an outstanding job. So I appreciate all you did. Walt,
Good job, Walt.
when you are feeling like you're missing Spain, you can always put this on. All right.
Nice.
I'll wear this when I run with the bulls.
Nice. And when you're missing it in the wintertime, this might become more useful.
Nice.
And I also have one for Michael for all his hard work and help that he did. So when he gets back, you can give it to him. All right. That'd be awesome. So again, thank you very much for allowing me to come along.